Players, ready to play? Ladies and gentlemen, Maran, Japan, represented by Hiroyuki Endo and Kenichi Hayakawa. On my left, Russia, represented by Vladimir Ivanov and Ivan Sassanov. Russian to serve, Vladimir Ivanov to Hiroyuki Endo. The first, play.
Hey! Service return onto Ma Jin's body, just there. And she able to get the return back that came upwards and put it away.
Crucial, Germany won back their serve. Rest of the Chinese team watching on. They have one of the biggest contingent of players here, of 20 in the squad. So we now go into the interval, 11-7 in favour of China. But it's still fairly nervy out there, Ollie.
Yeah, it's been a scrappy start. We've seen more mistakes coming from the Germans than the Chinese so far, but I think there's positive signs for them. Occasionally Michels has been able to challenge and take the net away from Ma Jin, and they haven't let Chen use his power that he's known for from the back line. But the haul is obviously quite slow. We've seen a lot of flick serves so far, and you don't normally see that so early in a mixed doubles encounter, so both sides are obviously confident in their defensive abilities, but it'll be interesting to see how it progresses after the 11-point interval and the clutch time as well.
You mentioned the pace again there of the courts. Is that going to favour Germany or give them a bit of more of an advantage than necessarily a faster court, would it?
Yes and no. It'll give them more confidence to be able to play the shuttle to the back line and be able to stay in the rally, but it also makes it harder for them to score their points, so it works both ways.
11-7.
11-7
Play.
after the break in favour of China. That's a good point for Germany again, closing that gap.
8-11.
Yeah, it's well played smash from Michels, just down the middle to take the angles out.
Oh, well-earned point for Germany again.
9-11.
Yeah, well set up there by Fuchs as well. Just asking Chen to create something from below the net.
And there's the power from Chen. Service goes back to China with a 12-9 lead in this, the first game. Just out for Germany, but what a rally.
Unlucky there from Michael Fuchs. There's obviously a real plan from the Germans to play it over Chen when he's coming forward. But just an indication of the pace of the haul there. Fuchs is attacking from definitely half court, but he just cannot put the shuttle on the floor.
Well, it was a good leap, and he certainly got over the shuttle, didn't he? But it just wouldn't drop.
Yeah, well done.
Well, Ma Jin did really well with a couple of shots in that rally as well.
10-13.
Yeah, the Chinese mixed doubles girls are really known for their defensive abilities. They're so good.
Massive height difference between the Chinese, but the Germans very similar height.
11-14.
I think both pairs have been struggling to produce their best badminton so far. There's another mistake from Margin there, but
so Fuchs just asking to towel off. As much as we're saying it's cool here, it's hot down there on the court.
yeah, of course, with the new rule being brought in that players are not allowed to flick sweat off the side of the court anymore, the umpires have to be a lot more lenient towards allowing towel breaks. Really well worked again there by the Germans. Fuchs managing to win it with a broken string as well.
15.
I think that's better from them. We've just seen more patience in that rally than in the previous rallies. Maybe they've tried to take their chances a little bit too soon and come up with an error.
Well, Fuchs having a long chat with the umpire, just deciding which racket he will take out.
Play.
And that was good play by Birgit Michels.
Yeah, just again we see them
15.
playing over Zhu Chen, which seems traditionally in a mixed double sense is a bit of a strange tactic, because obviously you want the man at the back of the court with his power, but Zhu Chen today seems to be seeking forward, and the Germans have found a lot of space in behind him and they've exploited it really well.
Looked as if Germany got what they wanted, forcing him back, but just couldn't put the
16, 13.
bird away. Germany have done well. They've pulled it back now to just 2 points.
14, 16.
Again, it's just smart play from Michels at the back line. Just bring it down into the center of the court without too much pace on it. Ask Zhu Chen to really create something himself.
Strong shot coming from Zhu Chen.
17, 14.
Yeah, the lift just too short there from Michels.
Back out to a 4-point margin in favour of China.
Go. 19, 14.
That one was in.
And very close to claiming the first game.
Play. Service over.
It's well
15,
left.
19.
There's plenty of space to aim for Zhu Chen.
Another disappointing service error there from Michels.
15.
Game point to China. Margin to serve. Germany still alive.
16-20.
Yeah, good service return there from Fuchs. Setting up an easy net kill.
That's a superb kill from Zhu Chen. And gives China the first game. Looks as if Germany were expecting that to go deeper.
Yeah, that's the thing with a player like Zhu Chen. When you have his power from the back line, you have to be ready for that. And if he comes with something different, like a sharp, I guess, half smash like that with a lot of angle, it's really difficult to get back.
Germany, though, as we were saying pre-match, they were in it and then they let it slip. 4-point margin and they had trouble clawing that back.
Yeah, they did, though. I mean, there was a lot of good signs, I think, from them in that first set, but there was just a few mistakes at bad times that always gave the Chinese a couple of points lead. But I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this second set pans out. We haven't seen the best level from both sides, I don't think, and if China can lift theirs, then I think Germany are going to struggle. But if China can continue or do continue at the same, and the Germans can eliminate some mistakes that they've had, it could be an interesting encounter in the second game.
Fair to say it is the first game of the tournament, of the 14th Sudirman Cup team event, and in fact these two did meet in 2011 and it was 2 games to love in favour of the Chinese, 21-13, 21-11. They've taken the first game now.
Pot 1, 20 seconds. Pot 1, 20 seconds. Second game, love off, flank.
First point goes the way of Germany. That will make them feel a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely always good to get off to a winning start in the second set. But yeah, if the Germans can find their best level, I think they're really in with a chance in this one.
Now Fuchs did well.
1 all.
Just a misjudgment on that occasion from Germany.
2-1.
Well placed shot though from Zhu Chen. Oh, that dropped in.
Yeah, the well-constructed rally there from Fuchs and Michels in defence. They're happy just to move Zhu Chen around. They know he's not going to be that dangerous if they can lift the shuttle deep and right on the back line, and that was perfectly done.
Michels kept that alive for Germany with a superb lunge early in the rally.
I think the Chinese pair are starting to become aware of the flick serves being played quite often by the Germans, but came out with a mistake that time. Again, well done by Michels, but just coming up with the error, just being asked to play that extra shot.
Germany win the service back. Error from Margin. Turned 27 on the 7th of May, just before this tournament got underway. Did that catch the tape? It looked like it almost did.
Yeah, Michels just moving forward a little bit too early. It's really difficult if you're moving forward and the shuttle's coming towards you at the same time. Well read there by Margin. It's onto that cross court from Fuchs very early.
Margin, a real poker face, isn't she? She doesn't give anything away, no emotions.
Service over. 5-all.
And he's still hanging in there. Just need to try and get an advantage of a couple of points, but that's very difficult against the world number 2 pair.
Fantastic defense there from Fuchs and Michels. Even when they gave up the shorter lift, they were still able to stay in the rally.
Well, and they have a 1-point advantage. Is that in?
Service over.
No.
6-all.
Of course, both teams do have 2 referrals. Germany opting not to use it.
Yeah, again, terrific return from Michels. She's really being able to be on top of Margin, sorry, at the net. This creates the opportunity for Fuchs to put that cross court. Especially in the mixed double, so important if you can get the return of serve below the height of the tape. Have the shuttle coming back to you upwards and you can control the rally.
Germany now with a 2-point margin. It's the first time they've managed to achieve that in this match. Can they maintain it? Overhit again by Michels. Frustration.
7-8.
Still able to smile about it though.
Yeah, it's good from Fuchs, just trying to relax his partner in that situation. If she's done it 3 or 4 times, just to keep it jovial and friendly.
Lovely leap and smash from Zhu Chen. It's China back level. A fist pump from Margin. Oh, that was wild.
Yeah, Fuchs just trying to play a little bit over margin there to try and keep the offense, but Chen's far too quick to get away with that.
Just so close to his body, he just couldn't get it back into the cameraman.
观众朋友们，在比赛期间，请您不要用闪光灯进行拍照，以免干扰双方运动员。感谢大家的配合。
Now it's China with a 2-point buffer. How quickly they turn that around.
Yes. Service over. 9, 10.
Both teams just wiping the sweat and perspiration.
Play. Service over.
Yeah, well read again by Chen. Just too quick, and Fuchs not expecting him to take that one.
So we go into the break, and China still have that 2-point margin, and it is amazing how they were 2 points down and suddenly they just in a matter of seconds turned it around to a 2-point advantage.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, but I think that's one of the main reasons why it's so hard to beat the Chinese, because they're so dangerous. They can take quick points, whereas you have to be so disciplined and work so hard. Coming from an underdog perspective, you've got to work so hard for your points, but then they can come back at you, bang, bang, just like that, and then they have a 2-point advantage from a 2-point deficit.
Wonderful slow-mo shots there, showing just how gentle the touch is from Ma Jin, how loosely she's holding the racket to get that subtle touch.
11, 9. Play. Service over.
Terrific rally there
10, 11.
from both sides, just looking to try and keep the attack moving each other around.
Germany celebrating every point.
Yeah, beautifully done there from Fuchs.
11 off.
Nice little counter attack. First coming with the block just to get the shuttle down below the tape, and then as soon as Ma Jin played upwards with a little bit of pace, he was there waiting for it.
11-all. Germany have closed the gap. Can they take the advantage?
Service over.
Another error.
12, 11.
Unforced errors are really costing Germany in this match.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It really stops any chance they have of building some momentum.
Into the net by Fuchs. I was going to say, is that maybe the result of having to work so hard to get the points in the first place?
13,
A little
11.
bit, yeah. I think he really wants to be able to keep the attack in that situation, and just clever from Ma Jin, just inching closer and closer, and then she was able to step in and play the block down that Fuchs couldn't do anything about.
Three-point buffer now
14,
for
11.
China.
Michels.
return from Michels.
Service over.
Almost going there the same way as the first game.
14.
Yeah, that was terrifically done by Michels. We've just seen a bit of it in patches, but she hasn't been really able to do it consistently throughout the match.
Oh! 13-14.
Smiles all around from Germany. I think that was a point they were surprised to get.
Yeah.
Short serve paying dividends.
Oh! 14 all.
Well, they're back on level terms.
14.
Let's start getting behind China. Just feeling maybe this is slipping away from them.
Somebody with a laser pointer back here.
Well, Fuchs not happy. I think he said somebody has a laser pointer in the crowd.
Well, the Chinese team are sitting directly behind the Chinese players on court. So we're going to have a slight delay. I couldn't hear exactly what he was saying.
Yeah, I thought I heard him say a green laser pointer.
Yeah, it sounds like it was a laser. Well, that's foolish. In today's sporting world, anyone that's using one of those inside the stadium. Yeah, so he feels it's coming from behind him and going into the crowd on the Chinese side of the net, which would be extremely off-putting. So this break at 14 all, easy to keep the concentration, or?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously not much you can do about it, but it's a good chance to reset, refocus, and come up with your plan for the last 7 points or so.
Oh,
Unlucky there from Michels. Did so well to stay in the rally in the first 2 or 3 when Chen was really putting the pressure on.
I think she shows the flexibility of badminton players there with the splits. Just the back foot sliding away from her as she played that shot.
Service over. 15-14.
It's gone out. So we're back to 15 all.
Service over.
Good patience again from Fuchs and Michels.
Just looking back on the 4 times they've met, Germany have never taken a set off of China, this pairing.
Just wide there from Michels, unlucky.
Service over. 16 all.
And they're back level again, they're hanging in there, fighting hard.
That's just good tactically from Fuchs, just taking the pace off that shot there so we can come in and put pressure on with that one.
And the German team lending their support to the 2 players on the court. Michels Fuchs Birgit Michels with the lead.
Brilliant point there from the Germans. That's just the end of it, but it was the defense from Fuchs that set it up. Pushing Chen from corner to corner on the back line. So Michels there not wanting to change the shuttle, but the umpire deeming that it needed to be.
Key point for Germany.
Out.
They lose the serve.
Bit of fortune there for the Germans, but at 18-17 in the second, you'll take it.
I'm sure they'll take it. Just clipping the tape. Yin unable to get the shuttlecock back over. 2 points away from Germany taking the second game. And Fuchs did so well in that rally and then just pushed the shot out of the court.
Yeah, his court coverage in that rally was exceptional.
Got to put that point behind him. Germany still leading by 1 point, 19-18. China have leveled it up at 19 all. Game point to China. How costly was that serve just being short?
Also disappointing from Fuchs there. He'd sent margin in the complete wrong direction. But
match point. Germany stay alive. Battling all the way to the finish. Another unforced error from Michels.
yeah, I think the backhand from Fuchs put her under a bit of pressure there, but it was well worked to get the offense, but that just allowed Margin to put the shuttle into the open court. And
just pushed wide. China are victorious. 2 games to love. Germany battled so well and got so close. But in the end,
Won by China. 21-16.
it was really a case of unforced errors, costing Germany heavily.
Yeah, I think given their history against Chen and Ma Jin, they played really, really well. Especially in the second set, they were able to challenge them in a number of situations, and they did particularly well in the first 3, but it was just errors at crucial times that caused some problems.
It certainly was. A costly serve just going out when they were in the lead by 2 points, and it looked like they were just 2 points away from victory. And China got served back and then just pegged the points back and then stole the victory. So at the end of the first match here, and China go into the lead 1-0. Next up will be the men's singles. Fantastic slow motion shot. Other matches going on in the various courts. 35 teams taking part in the Sudirman Cup. In